Thank you again all for being here. It feels really good to sit together in Sangha. Uh, I know I can feel some warmth and humidity, but I also feel the energy of the room is just inside of me so warm and fuzzy at the same time. It really feels good. So thank you. Tonight's Dharma talk, I'd like to start with a story. I was a middle-aged 20-year-old and had a business going, and I truly thought that being dyslexic and ADD, that I was broken or there was something wrong with me, and that I always used to judge myself for it, that I would have to either hide or not be seen as something was wrong with me. So I constantly held that little secret that I didn't want to show anybody or let anybody know about who I was as a man. And so there was this constant side of looking like I was broken internally. It was the judgment that I had to myself that because of these things that I was broken. And so whenever I would do things, or I wouldn't get things right, or I wouldn't do business and maybe I'd get a no in things that I would do, I would make it about me and who I was, and make it that it's something that I did, or that it was just about myself. And so instead of that just letting it be what it was, I created it as, again, that there was something wrong with me. And through that I would get in the way of different opportunities because I didn't think I was ready or able to meet it from this place that had the judgment that I was either broken or something was wrong with me, or that it was about me being something that I did that created it. And so I did business that way a lot, and it actually brought out a good performance in me. I could really perform from this place of fear and judgment to myself, to prove to people that I was this person that was an entrepreneur, a young man that could succeed. And about 15 years ago, I did some personal development work, and it really got addressed head on about my dyslexia and ADD and who I was, and how I judge myself, and how I get in the way of myself from creating things that I wanted to create. And so I came up with an affirmation for myself that I'd like to share with everybody tonight, that as I speak it, to kind of just see how it feels inside your body, and then I'll speak to each one of them. And so the first one is that I am perfect as I am. So if you just look at inside yourself as being perfect as you are, and just to feel what that feels like to be perfect from head to toe. Nothing needs to change. Everything is perfect as I am. The second to that is that it's not about me. It's not about me and judging myself that I'm creating this, or because of who I am I did this. So it's not about me. And then to stay out of the way. Don't let my ego get in the way of what my calling is from my hara, that I can really trust and move forward from that place, that my hara can give me the wisdom and knowledge to create and do things that this dyslexic, neurodivergent person has gifts to offer like nobody's ever seen before. And in trusting in I'm perfect as I am, it's not about me, and stay out of the way. I've been working with that for over the last 15 years. And I always come up against some area of myself that wants to push against that, and my ego will want to judge it, or man, the beliefs I've taken on from people, or the responses I've gotten from messing up reading that I would judge myself on and think I was broken, and to really stand in that and be willing to read and mess up and start again like nothing, didn't even miss a beat. I think me and Fujin had a moment together where he had me reading out loud for months. And it was like right up front, it was like that's something that I got to work with, and to not let that stop me from being perfect as I am. So I want to invite that perfect as you are for all of you. There's nothing that needs to change. There's nothing wrong with you. It's just brilliance at its best, and it's letting it come out of you in all its glory. That feels really good to me. And then it's not about me, is to know that whatever's going on with somebody, that I don't need to take it on in the ownership of that. If they're mad or sad or whatever's going on the other side with somebody, that they can have their own experience, and I don't need to take it on and make it about myself. And the last one of staying out of the way, it's like my ego will want to block or have me stop from doing things that I'm called to do. Ed, writing a book in 16 days, that's, you stayed out of the way. You listened to that calling and sat down and started writing for 7 hours. That's that example of staying out of the way. And so I'm constantly looking at how I get in my own way, and then am I willing to really be in the brilliance of being perfect as I am, and let myself articulate or express myself in the way that wants to come out, that I can share who I am as my true nature, and Buddhism, Buddha nature. Let that side of yourself shine to the world. And another example is Mark sitting in front of the computer and the blank screen, and you wait to type. And it's like, I don't have nothing. Perfect. Let's sit with that, and I'm perfect as I am, and see what comes out. Something always comes out, and you shared that with us this morning of what came out, and that was beautiful to witness you in that tension and you sitting with it. And it's a great example of being with that. So not getting in the way of your own self, and your ego is constantly going to have that opinion, or I'm a shiny objects person. So it's like, ooh, the ego will come up with I feel something, I feel called to do something, and I'm gonna go buy a new car instead. Or I'm going to go do something that goes away from what my internal knowing is telling me. And so that encourage all of you, again, that you're perfect as you are. It's not about you, and to stay out of the way. And in practice of sitting in Zazen and sitting in meditation, is those things are constantly playing out with the ego and with your hara. And so can I get up in the morning and not get in the way of sitting in stillness and silence to be with my perfectness as I am, and really sit in that and let it be okay. And the judgments that may come up about it, when I wake up in the morning, my eyes open and I actually click into judgment immediately, and I make things about me, and it's almost like I want to stay in bed, and my mind wants me not to get out of bed, and it makes it about me, not being, you're not good enough to sit, you're too tired to do this. And I don't listen to that. I don't let it hold me back, and I go sit on the pillow. And so my encouragement to sit every day, to practice this, sitting in your perfectness, sitting with not the resistance. Because when you get up off the pillow and you go throughout your relations throughout your day, that's where the practice comes in to shine. Because I get to be in relationship with all of you and know all of you from that place, from my training that I do every morning, and just like I do every morning. And that importantness of that, of being in relationship from that place, is priceless to me. And that we get to share in Sangha this time together to really, for me, relish in all of us being perfect. You know, that you're not getting in the way of yourself. There's so many more things to do tonight than sit here. And it's a special time and a special place to do it in community of stillness and silence. So you're perfect as you are. It's not about you, and don't get in the way. Thank you for being here tonight. I really, really love all of you. You know it, and I tell you all it. So you'll hear it again. I love you. And as we sit together in this next 10 minutes, let's really sit in the perfectness of yourself and being around the perfectness of everybody. Is perfectness my own word? That sounds like a good one. It's perfect, isn't it?
Perfect word.
Yes, exactly.
Roshis can make up their own words.
Roshis can make up their own words. Thank you.
Permission granted.
Wonderful, wonderful. All right. So thank you all for being here tonight. I look forward to our potluck. When we're done with the 10 minutes of sitting and after we bow, that if you could please fluff your zafu up the way it was when you got here. It's like dough, and you're just loving up the perfectness of the zafu, and then just dust any lint off. I'll go ahead and put everything away. I like the process of that for myself. For tonight, I'll be cleaning them up tonight, but I do get the pleasure of sitting with all the pillows out the next morning, and all your energy and feeling Sangha sitting together without you here, but you're here. It's a really cool dynamic. So, and then we'll make our way inside, and we'll circle up holding hands and say a nice blessing for the meal, and then we'll all share, as they say, break bread together. All right? Or sandwiches, Dexter. All right. So thank you. Find your position that feels good to you, and welcome to your perfectness.